Welcome to another day in paradise. Nah, I told y'all I'm going to be here and just processing and talking about some things. So today is like a heavier day to me, but it wasn't as heavy as yesterday. And I say that because there were some events that were on TV, and I'm not going to go into the specifics of that or the entire incident, but as a parent, it bothered me. And if you know what I'm talking about, it has to do with the teen that was missing, but they did recover him that was in Mississippi. And being from Mississippi, that just hit hard. As a parent, it hit hard because you want to do so much to protect your kids, but then you realize you really can't protect your kids beyond a certain point, despite doing as much as you can right, as much as raising them right. And I don't even know the full specs or the full outcome of what the case is and the full story. However, it still applies in any situation that you really can't protect your kids as much as you want to, whether that's protecting them from being involved in an accident, somebody coming over and taking from them, or somebody else's decision impacting them, or them just doing some dumb themselves. And I'm not saying that that's what happened in this case, but as a parent, that's heavy to have such a young child. It's already something to bury someone that you love, but to have a young child of your own, one, just imagine the missing part and having that hope. Then finding out, hey, yeah, that's his body, is death is final. That's a whole different type of grief. There's another type of grief that people don't talk about much either. It's, have you ever had someone that you watched them go through addiction, or someone they're going through the most strenuous, hardest season of their life, and there's only so much you can do. There's only so much you can do. Um, it almost feels like a slow death, watching a slow creative death. I've seen people that I've grown up with homeless out on the street. It could have been related to drugs. It could have been related to mental health. It could have been related to the trauma that they experienced, because people process things different. Your body processes things different. It's a form of PTSD. It's a form of PTSD, but sometimes the body shields itself, protects itself, and it also breaks. So many things can break it, even from genetics. It can break. It's a lot. And I always think, hey, that could have been me at any point. And honestly, just being in a state now, as everybody know, I'm going through a layoff, and I've been catching it since October. And I hate to keep saying that, but the thing is, so many things happen. It is not your direct effect, but you're impacted by it. And as you're overcoming that and building, trying to get your life back on track from that, something else comes and it knocks you back down. And something else comes and it knocks you back down. But then you look around, and there's no jealousy in this, but you look around and you start to see that the people around you they're prospering, or that's the image it gives. They're prospering, and they could even help you. They can even help you with a couple of months of rent, and it means nothing to them. But you just keep watching them. They're buying cars. They are just showing, hey, I made this much a month, and that much a month is what you would pay in 6 months. It's crazy, but that's their money. That's what they do, and there's just something sobering about that. But I know that as I build the different things that I'm doing, the work that I continue to do, even at the point that I am right now, I still try to give back in the ways that I'm able. It's not financially right now because I can't do it financially, because I'm catching it financially from even still working things out with the adjuster for my property damage case. We're still fighting that. I haven't had a car since October, but they want to give me a loss of use for $1,500. So we're fighting that, being lowball during several moments of that process. Even from the appraisal is wild. it takes money to go back and forth to physical therapy. It takes money to just get certain things, and my resources are drained. The layoff just kicked me right on over the edge, and I'm holding on the edge by my fingernails and with the hope and optimism that hey, you're gonna get through this. I don't know how, I don't know when, and I'm praying my body keeps holding on for that because I'm tired, but I'm also optimistic. I keep pouring into stuff. There's a drive in me that's unbreakable. I still try to be as normal, I say normal, be as communicative as I can and connecting with others because I found so much joy even the last couple weeks from talking about everything from um, verification, blockchain verification to material science. Um, just so many things. It's pretty awesome. The different things you can learn from people, the way they pour into you. I've there's a startup group that I connect with every Monday. And I just started going back every so often because hey, it takes an Uber to go back and forth because I don't have a car, but I also don't have the money to keep doing it. But that's the little fuel that I have. And today I took a moment to get me an energy drink because I'm burnt out. I couldn't even go to sleep. Um, even with some sleep aid till about 3 a.m. But I still push through. I get up, I say, hey, let's work on this, let's do this, let's get these co-working hours done. I do quiet co-working for people who want to just, it's not for the talking aspect, it's having that presence there and it's virtual. And you just log in, you do what you need to do. If you have to have meetings on there, or meetings from your phone or phone calls, you can still do that, but it doesn't bother anybody because the mics are muted and you get to also play your own music in the background. So sometimes I start with just gospel and it just speaks and heals the soul. So check out You Remain by Todd Galbraith with Chandler Moore. I'll go from that to a real song. Like this morning I had Paid in Full. And I'm not saying the other's not real, but sometimes the lyrics just hit different. I feel like Rakim in that song. I'm reaching in my pocket and I'm coming up with lint, but I'm still striving, trying to get that 9 to 5. Um, there's a lot. There's a lot. And then I'll feel like vibing out. There's just so much. Like I'm doing my best, I'm trying my best, but it really hits. And then a lot of people don't know that even when it comes to the rent here, there's also rent back home because when I moved across the map to California, my kids reside back home in the apartment that I was paying for. And today there was a notice placed on the door for free to pay rent in 3 days. I don't have it. Do y'all know the pain from that or the heaviness that that has or how it's like, dang, how did I get here? Out of all the things that I do, all the work that I put in, how did I get here? Especially at this over the hill age. Yeah, over the hill. Don't talk about me. There's still a over the hill party that I need to throw, but by then I'll probably be 50 in a few years anyway. So, but I'm gonna still vibe out to that thing. Because I'm gonna celebrate life regardless. It's tough. It is tough praying and being told to stay encouraged. And there is faith, there is action. And sometimes it's like, can I get a assist? Please. What a Hail Mary at? Can I get an assist? Can I get one of them water to wine miracles right now to where the rent is paid the next 6 months and I can kind of breathe, I can study, I can build, I can get the certs, I can continue to pour and do community stuff, right? Um, because I always believe in giving back in some shape, form, or fashion. I also facilitate a my friend's cybersecurity cohort, and it's minorities and well, it's to help women that are minorities within the cybersecurity space because we need more representation, we need more knowledge, we need more community, true community, which is why I'm going to, like I said, my business is going to do the um women's group. And if you're saying, oh, this girl just said she has a business, yeah, but it ain't making no money yet because one thing people don't tell you, it takes hard work because that business has to also be discoverable. It's not like Nike to where people know the name, they feel it, they know the brand, they know the storytelling, they know what's coming with it, that quality. You have to build up to that. That takes funds, that takes awareness, that takes people paying attention. And it seems right now, so many people we are so distracted by so many things, and it is definitely not community. There is community, because I will have to say community helped me. I just made a post like last couple weeks ago, just frustrated. And a community member that I met through doing work earlier this year, well, no, a few years ago, with one of the cyber groups that I just love them like family. And we were doing a conference in Vegas. And so that's how I met him. And he said, "Hey, here's a call. I'm sure if I put up 100, each of us, I mean, 27 more of us can raise this 2,800 by putting up 100 also." And I met the goal. I met the goal. I was actually 700 short from the goal, but I reached out to one person, and I just sent it to her. And she handled the whole 700. And she said, "Hey, I pray God will bless me through blessing you, because I understand." And she just went through a layoff too. She said, "Because I understand." A layoff on Juneteenth at that. Um, that's wild work, y'all. Black woman on Juneteenth laid off. That's wild work with no explanation. So, but that's her story to tell. I will not reveal who she is, because that's her story to tell when she's ready to tell it. But that heart action, oh, it broke me down. I was in tears, and I was thinking, okay, so I got June taken care of, but we're in July now. I still got to worry about the 2,800 for July, and then the money back home, the 1,100 back home for my kids. I don't have a money tree. I wish I did. Again, this is not like a negative session. It's reality for me, it's realness. It's how can we start to show up more as community. I do show up as community, but I know that once it comes down to the business side, that's going to be baked into everything. Everything. The people I interact with, some things, like I said, the circle, everybody in that circle is going to have something set aside to pour into somebody else that can't pour back into you except to thrive. It's this is exactly what this is for. Um, anyway, that's just a lot. It's just been a lot. And I'm in that sweet spot of I haven't given up, but I'm so resigned or surrendered to certain things. Like I still work and do what I need to do. I still have the faith, but there's a tiredness and an acceptance of, are we just supposed to be homeless? All of us, them in that state, me in this state, then trying to figure out how to get back and forth. Um, that's a lot. And it's a lot that most people don't have to come to terms with or deal with. And it gets me sometimes because I see people complain about the smallest things. And it's like, hey, and it's not to say, hey, this could have been this reality, this could have been that, but stop complaining so much. When you have a roof over your head, you have food, you have the different things, and you're not having to lose sleep or figure out, dang, am I gonna be homeless next week? And then my kids gonna be homeless too, and it's gonna be my fault. And I didn't ask for none of these things to happen. And I've been trying to rebuild from these things, but it's hard to even get a job. It's hard to even get a contract to work with different people, because everybody's so siloed. They're so tunnel vision. And it definitely feels a way when you have to ask for assistance. Because even with the government programs, like when you go for them, a lot of them don't even have the funding, or you get stuck in this funnel. Oh, call this person, call this person. Many people don't reach back out. And the ones who do, they don't have the funding. What do we do? I don't know. We keep showing videos of yachts, right? But I understand, like, hey, you made your money, you do what you want, you do the things that you can. But, and I know we can't save everybody. I totally am at the spot where, like, yeah, I need one of those Jesus miracles right now, because I'm doing everything I can, but seeds have been planted. I planted seeds for years, and it feels like, where's the harvest? I feel like I've been through that, during that wilderness for 40 years trekking. Can I step into the promised land and take a nap? Because I'm tired. But I still won't give up. I'm still going to keep trying. I don't like to be a burden on anybody else. I also don't like to put people in a space, just like the people that's the landlords will rent, put them in a space to where they have to ask or they need this done and I can't handle what my obligation is. That feels away. Because I like to keep my word. I like to be um real, authentic, honest, trustworthy, dependable, and reliable in all areas. But there's a lot. There's a lot. So let's see what things have in store. I don't even know if somebody will see this video when I post it, but if you do, hey, I hope that you're having a good day. And just like Tap the Brown says, even if you're not, don't go mess up anybody else's. So let's keep that crazy stuff contained. Or go to a therapist. They're real, they do good. Just vet your therapist because they're human too. Let's be real. Um, but let's see. If you're a praying person, send up prayers. If you are a giving person, reach out to me. Randomness with G at gmail.com. And I'll send you a link where you could donate, take care of a bill. I really don't like to ask for stuff, but I know that together there's a need. You have to keep coming together as community and helping one another. And when I'm back on my feet, oh baby, there will be signs because I'm going to be pouring into random people. Well, I've been doing that anyway. I'm just in a position now where I can't do it. There was nothing for me to pay for somebody's lunch and just say, tell them to have a good day. Because it feels good to do it. It feels good to do it without expecting anything in return. And I know we all go through rough seasons, but this one right here, I'm ready to come up out of this because it's I'm older too. Yeah, my knees can't take this type stuff. But have a good day. The next one, I don't know what it's gonna be about. Hopefully something just like uplifting and beautiful and just wonderful. Oh, I know something that was good and uplifting and wonderful. I saw a compilation of Kiki Palmer, and I'm telling y'all, that girl is hilarious to me. I'm sorry, woman is hilarious to me. And let's talk about the hair because she rocks all the different looks, but she's very authentic. She's herself and she's funny. And the part that got me was the clip, because I didn't watch the BET Awards, but the clip that I saw when she took the mic from Drewski, she was like, I should be doing this, you know? And then she went ahead and rocked that thing as if it was her doing it. That's that energy I like. And then he's funny too. So I mean, it worked well together. I thought it was a beautiful thing. They should actually do it together. But it's showing up as yourself, finding the humor in it, and then say, hey, let me execute in this manner. That was lovely. That was lovely. But anyway, have a good day. I don't know when another one will be posted. When it hits, it's gonna post. Maybe another one today. So yeah, have a good day. Support somebody else. Pour into somebody else. Reach out and just show somebody love because we all need it. You never know what somebody else is dealing with. So let's try to not be so quick to judge, but at the same time, let's keep our awareness open to community, to ways that we can help, not just tunnel vision in what we're doing, but expanding that and seeing other people in the world around us, just paying attention. Keep your head on the swivel, pay attention and say, hey, how can I make this person's day better? Even if it's a kind word, even if I woke up and wrote on slips of paper, I hope that you're having a good day. You are seen, you are loved, and just handing it out to people. And it's coming from here. All right, take it easy.